Yeah.
Okay, so very cool combat gimmicks.
Yeah.
Spellcasters also has a gimmick, and that's called spell weaving. And spell weaving is something we haven't really shown before. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah. Well, he's buffing up and changing class again to become something else to be able to show this off. Spell weaving is basically an activity that you, as a spellcaster, can do, but you have to be very careful about it. It's when you draw on your darkest, most evil powers, and it's when things can go badly wrong if you're not careful. I mean, we all have, if you're interested in fantasy books or comics, you've seen like, you know, the evil sorcerers that they summon the demon and then they do something wrong and the demon drags them down to hell. That's typical, right? So that's basically what we've implemented here. It's called spell weaving, and it's where you become the most powerful. So what happens is that there is a background increase of power going on, and that drains your stamina. But while it's going on, you get these cool powers that pop up. Just start it, because it takes some time. I'll speak on top.
Because you start by going into a trance, that you can see here.
Yes.
And over time your power builds up, and as you cast more spells...
Yeah, you see he gets lifted.
Yes, you get more powerful spellcaster.
So this goes on, and it's just reaching a climax. Of course, because he's a game master, or GM as we call it, he won't die, so he'll reach a climax. But normally it requires tremendous skill to be able to use this. And you have to click on the right combinations of powers that pop up to be able to survive. Yeah, so here you see. So this is typically something you do in raid situations, or when you really have difficult opponents ahead of you. It's something you gain access to in the mid-tier, mid-level spellcasting abilities.
And you can really see the spell or the trance growing more powerful.
Yeah.
There's more objects and more avatars and so on.
Yeah, if we wait like 10 seconds or so, I guess you're going to see the statues of the gods coming down and him drawing power from that.
But it's also costing stamina. You can see you're losing stamina.
Yeah, you see, you don't really, but normally this...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, this is your stamina bar, and that would go down. So this is like, now it's reaching the climax, and the statues are building up to really boost your powers most dramatically. And there are 4 classes in the game that can do this type of behavior. Spell weaving there. Here you go.
But of course,
4 statues of Mitra.
Because you can't like move around, or you can't...
No, you're locked into this position, so you're vulnerable, but you're also powerful. I mean, that's part of the balance that you have to do. So it's a different thing that you can do. Okay, I think we should
Let's leave the trance.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So cool. Combat on foot. Yeah, I mean it's fantastic. It is really a new take on MMO, so I think it's a fresh thing. But we also have something called mounted combat.
Yes.
You have different kinds of mounts. You have horses, you have mammoths, rhinos, and so on. And usually in other games, like for instance World of Warcraft or whatever, when you fight something, when you're on a horse, your horse just suddenly magically disappears, and you have to fight on foot. But in Age of Conan, you can actually fight while you are mounted.
Yeah, that's true. We have 3 types of mounts that we offer at launch. 2 of them are pre-order mounts, as we call them. They're things that you get if you pre-order the game. So the horse is available to everyone, and it comes in different colors and shapes. And then you have the War Mammoth and the War Rhino, or Killer Rhino, that you can use as well. It's true, in Conan you use the speed and the agility of the mount to fight your opponent. The mounts have different types of handling. It's like, yeah, I mean, you can compare it to other games. It's possible to do like, I don't know, like GTA, for instance.
Yeah.
You do your thing.
Yeah. Oh, I'll do my thing. Okay. Yeah. Well, the thing is that mounts move very differently. For instance, the mammoth, it's slow. It takes time to turn. It takes time to pick up speed. So it's sort of like, okay, let's make the GTA reference. It's sort of like the bus in GTA. Well, the horse is sort of like the sports car because it's quick to pick up speed. It turns really easily, but of course it's much more fragile. You can't run into other cars or horses with it.
So this is, yeah. So that's really important, the handling. It's not like, yo, I'm on the mammoth, I can rule the world. You need to use it in a specific situation, especially sieges. You can lay siege in our game to other players' castles or stuff like that. And he's going to do now, he's going to travel through the deserts of a place called Kishata. And this is actually where Tossamon, the arch nemesis of Conan, is located. This is where you go towards the very, very end of your gaming career, and you need to face Tossamon because he's the one that put you as a slave on the slave ship and wiped your memories.
So there's a story running quite all the way to the end.
So
what's the advantage of the mammoth, for instance?
Well, when you're riding the mammoth, you have a lot of more hit points. So you have more protection and you live longer. You can use the mammoth to knock down walls or knock players over. If you have some other players around, you can do special moves to kill them. We can, I don't know if you are going to show the other mounts first.
And I just love the dismount animation. I mean, it's actually you actually climb down your mammoth. I think that the day we put that into the game at Funcom, everyone was like, ooh, ah, because you're sort of used to the whole poof and your mount is there.
Yeah. So this is the killer rhino.
And the killer rhino is sort of in between the horse and the mammoth. It's not as agile as the horse, but it's sort of like the minivan of GTA. Right.
No, it doesn't work. Try moving around a little bit. And then try now. Doesn't. Silence ensues. I mean, that's live for you right there. Oh yeah, so that works.
It's the
you need to right click. Okay, so this is the horse.
Yeah, a lot quicker at least.
So these guys don't attack you because you're a GM and much higher level, but you can actually slash them still.
Yeah. So the thing is, when you're on a horse, you can actually use your own weapon. You don't use the mount itself as the weapon.
You can also fire arrows and cast spells.
And you can also use special abilities that your horse can get, like the charge and the rear kick.
Knocking them backwards, yeah?
Yeah. Like that, exactly. Yeah, you don't yeah.
Jumping.
It's a bit too high up. So this is Keshata.
Stun and siege, yeah.